Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Cole. It's Sunday afternoon, January 22nd. We're now entering week 3 of Political Science 1013 on the first 8-week schedule for the spring 2023 term. Okay, everyone. Just about everyone should have taken exam 1 by now. There are a couple of people taking it late. I believe everyone will be finished with it by tomorrow, Monday. Okay. Looking at the scores. Scores were pretty normal. The ones I have so far. Some people did better than others, which is just about always the case. Everyone, as of Sunday afternoon, the 22nd, as I see it to you, I haven't gotten out my announcements for the weekend. I hope to be getting those all out this evening or tomorrow. You should be seeing them in your inbox tonight or tomorrow. Tonight, with any luck, I hope. Our next exam will be Saturday the 4th, 2 weeks after the previous exam. The material to be covered is Units 3 and 4, Unit 3 on the mass media and Unit 4 on the Constitution. There will also be one discussion before the exam. Okay? Unit 3 is a shorter unit than Unit 4. The Constitution unit is quite lengthy, so you want to go ahead and finish up your work on Unit 3 this week, and then begin your work on Unit 4. There's a lengthy reading assignment for Unit 4, and I'll try to get an announcement out about that this week. We'll have more to say about Unit 4 on the Constitution next week. For the time being, let's confine ourselves pretty much to Unit 3. Now, it's a short unit. There are a couple of things we're trying to accomplish in this unit. Number one, we want to look at the lay of the land, shall we say, as far as the various forms of media in our country. We have to have media of communications to have an open, democratic political system. Otherwise, we don't know what's going on in order to discuss it. Okay? But one thing that's been going on in media for the past couple of decades, for the better part of your lifetime, for most of you, old media gradually is being supplanted by new media. And it probably won't be completely supplanted, but we just don't know how far this process is going to go. By old media, we mean print and broadcast, TV, radio, newspapers, and magazines. New media, of course, refers to internet and social media. So new media, to an extent, has pushed old media out, but not completely, and we don't know how far that's going to go or when it's going to stabilize. It's an ongoing process. So we talk about different sorts of media outlets, how big or small their audiences may be, and which ones most people depend upon as a source of news. And these days that varies according to your age and which generation you consider yourself to be a member of. Okay, so there are different kinds of media outlets: broadcast, television, radio, print, newspapers and magazines, and then there's electronic media, social media, and the internet. Okay, so we just want to give you an idea of how that breaks down and what the situation is regarding all that. Now, one thing you'll notice, there are many, many media outlets, but the ownership really is concentrated to a large extent in a few big corporations. And we try to go through some of the mergers and acquisitions that have taken place over the past few years right up to the present moment. Now, after that, everybody, we need to talk about issues that arise in news coverage, and most especially whether media are ideologically biased or politically biased toward one point of view or another, one political party or another. And it's been a bone of contention throughout my lifetime. So you'll see that discussed toward the latter part of Unit 3. Everyone, I hope to get an assignment out for a discussion tonight or tomorrow that we'll do later in the week or maybe over the weekend. And I think what this is going to involve is social media and the pandemic. It turns out, and these are revelations that have come out over just the past few weeks, the government, the Biden administration and some of its agencies has been in contact with social media outlets such as Facebook and Twitter over the course of the pandemic with regard to what sort of posts they should leave up and what they should flag or possibly even censor. Okay. Should misinformation about the pandemic be censored? And what is misinformation? That's a matter of interpretation, which is one of the problems with censoring it. So is that the kind of thing government ought to be doing? Leaning on the social media platforms to censor themselves about the pandemic? Does that call into question or have implications for our freedom of speech, even though it's not the government directly that's doing it, but rather outfits such as Facebook and Twitter? So I hope to be getting an assignment out on that tonight. The next exam will be February 4th. It will be similar in format to the first exam. I'll get a message out with a couple of things for you to read in addition to the class notes for Units 3 and 4. All right, so mass media this week. Try to wrap that up by the end of the week and begin on Unit 4 on the Constitution. We'll be getting an assignment out for a discussion for you and an assignment for the exam on February 4th. So study hard, begin taking a look at all this stuff, and we'll talk to you again once again a week from now at this time.